Today, we're in that desert oasis of neon and glitter, Las Vegas, Nevada, where 80 men and women have gathered in the pavilion of Caesar's Palace to vie for that most coveted title of all in sport, World Champion. This is pocket billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome to Caesar's Palace here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The race for the World Championship in 9-ball continues today with a men's quarterfinal match, and this one really promises to be a most exciting match. Mike Sigel, everybody's champion, over 70 titles, playing David Howard, who comes in here as one of the hottest players on the tour. And joining us, as always, for expert commentary, a 4-time United States Open champion, 3-time world champion, Steve Mizrak. And, Steve, this one really today seems to be very, very even.
Tough match. David just won 2 tournaments back-to-back. But Mike is a great player. He's a magician out there. When he's hot, nobody can beat him.
Once again, and we've talked about this throughout the series, there is that added intangible, and that is the television lights. One table in the middle of a room, everybody's eyes on you.
David has not played under the television lights. Mike has. I give the edge for the television lights to Mike.
So David Howard is a guy who really has to keep his mind on business, and we had a chance to talk to him about that. If he can do it, he feels he can win.
Well, if your concentration is probably 90% of the game, because we all lock in on shots. We know how to make the shots. It's just letting your mind wander in and out that causes you to maybe lose a game when everything's laying perfect for you. It's your mind is a real tricky, delicate machine. It can sway with just the lightest breeze, so you really got to be on top of everything that's going on every second. You can't be watching another table or checking the scores. You need to watch your own game.
Well, I have to think that might not be too difficult to do when you're standing at the table shooting, but keeping your mind on your own game and you're just sitting there waiting, I have to think is much more difficult.
Mike may have something to say about what happens here. You know, if Mike doesn't let David at the table, David can't win.
Let's take a look at Steve Mizrak's scorecard then and see how he sizes the match up, and let's go from top to bottom again. First of all, let's talk about the break. Probably David Howard's strongest point.
David hits him hard. His cue ball is wild, but when he starts making balls on the break, I give the edge to David.
So cue ball control could be a very important factor.
I'll give the cue ball control to Mike, give the experience to Mike, and the pressure situation to Mike. He's been competing in a lot of finals, and I like Mike in those 3 categories. The last category, strategy, they're both 9-ball players. They both know what they're doing in pressure situations and in different strategies. Let's call it even.
Bottom line of this one, 70-time champion against the guy who's won 2 in rapid succession. We'll be back. Back at Caesar's Palace here in Las Vegas, this is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Men's quarterfinals. This promises to be an outstanding match. David Howard, he has been on a major league role, plays Mike Sigel, everybody's all-world. This is the quarterfinals. Let's take a look at the rules. And the rules are fairly simple. Object of the game, well, the name of the game is 9-ball, isn't it? Players will shoot the balls in numerical order, beginning with ball number 1. The player will shoot until he misses, and the game, of course, is over when the 9-ball is pocketed, whenever the 9-ball is pocketed. The player will lose his turn when any foul is committed. And, of course, the first player to win 9 games wins the match.
Who's Earl playing?
So we're set to go, and we'll lag for break. Mike Sigel facing you right now, and David Howard.
If Mike is on tonight, you'll see a magician at work.
Roll, baby.
He didn't hit that lag ball too well.
Roll faster.
Well, David Howard wins the lag.
Thank you. Good luck.
You will see a powerful break right here. He's small, but he hits those balls a ton.
Here's the prize money, $15,000 to the winner, more than double that of the runner-up. And on down to $1,000 for the 9th through 16th places. $50,000 tournament money.
What can you buy for $15,000, Barry? Can you think of a few things?
Well, here you could eat in the Palace Court.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Once when he hits these balls, the cue ball will jump almost straight in the air if he hits them hard.
He's been playing extremely well lately. Won his last 2 tournaments, won the Southern California Invitational and the Los Angeles Open. He also won a tournament in Cincinnati earlier this year.
Got the best break on the tour. And right here on this table, the best breaker has got the advantage. Well, take a look at this now. He's got the 1. He's got to cut the 1 in this corner right here. But then he's got to play position for the 2. Might have made a 2. Did he make the 2, Barry?
Looks like he did. I don't see it on table. Looks like he did make the 2.
Okay, so the 3 is right out in the middle, so it's clear. Mike is the favorite here, but in this match, anything can happen. Well, I didn't like the first shot that David made already. He cut the 1 in, the 2 looks like it's over by the rail next to the 7, and what he has to do is hit the 2, graze off the 2, and maybe make the 7 in his pocket. He tried to make it, failed.
So now it's Mike Sigel, Captain Hook, they call him.
Didn't leave him a shot.
Towson, Maryland is Mike Siegel's home, not far from Baltimore.
Now, this is going to set the tone of Mike's game right here. He can play safe, or he can bank the 2. If he plays safe, he's going to play this game very cautiously. If he goes for the 2, he's going to play wide open. He tried to bank it.
Oh.
Looks like he got away with it.
Stupid.
And you heard Mike Sigel
I thought I could have shortened
talk
that.
to himself.
Thought I could have shortened that with follow. You know? Could have played safe. I could have shortened that too with follow. Just didn't make it.
Mike never stops talking.
No, very verbal.
David didn't get correct position on the first shot. What do you think he's going to do here, Barry?
You're asking me? You're the expert.
Well, once in a while, you know, we want you to contribute here.
That's what I thought right there.
Okay, great prediction.
Boy, oh boy.
You know, he almost missed the 7. Look how down below. Okay, he made the hit on the 7 off the rail. I don't know if he got an angle here.
Mike Sigel sits, waits.
Looks like he's straight in. Might have to force it over. Hit it hard. Not a percentage shot right here. When you're playing Mike Sigel, you want to be 100% sure you're going to make the ball. Now what?
Let's go south.
Now he's going to do one of 2 things. He's either going to cut it in right here, or he's going to bank it off the rail and back over here.
Ooh, tried to bank it, didn't get it. And again, the thing that I think is probably most fascinating about the 9-ball format, the simple fact that the only ball that really counts is the 9-ball.
These 2 guys are 2 of the best offensive players we have. Mike, as you say, is everybody's All-American. In a pressure situation, I like Mike playing anybody.
When he gets to the finals, he's tough. He's won 14 out of the last 15 times he's been in a final.
And he gets rolls like that. If it doesn't hit the side rail, he might be down by the chalks, and Mike might not have a shot.
So there's the first game, and Mike Sigel has gone up 1-0 over David Howard.
Lucky.
And he got lucky. He put it down. We'll be back right after this. Well, Mike Sigel inflicts the first bit of damage in this match. Leads 1-0 over David Howard. He'll break now. Another powerful breaker.
Watch what happens to his cue stick this time. When he hits the white ball, the cue stick goes through the white ball and bends on the table. Made a 9 and scratched.
Also made the cue ball. That's tough. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is he makes the 9. Bad news is the cue ball goes in.
Watch the bend on the cue here. He's one of the few players that does this. Look at there. He bends it almost to the breaking point.
It's the most common game I ever played when it ain't going your way. You know?
Now, watch the 9 kiss off of 2 balls.
No, the 9.
But he scratched.
So David Howard, nicknamed the Giant Killer, and for obvious reasons.
David has to get out here. He can't let Mike have a big lead in this match. He's got a tough shot here. He's got to draw the cue ball back to play position on the 4. I think he overhit it. No, he got absolutely perfect. He didn't want to go too far and get himself safe. When either one of these guys get to the table, Barry, I predict the game is over if they get a clear shot.
David Howard, to me, looks like a pool player. When you draw a picture of a pool player, you draw a picture of David Howard.
You're looking at the hottest player right now. Won the last 2 tournaments. Very happy about that. Built up a lot of his confidence. When David used to get into the finals of a match or of a tournament, he was a little suspect. The pressure element used to bother him until he started winning a few matches and a few tournaments, and now he's sort of come into his own, and the pressure doesn't bother him too much right now. But I don't know how the cameras are going to affect him. Mike has played in front of the cameras many times.
Last time these two played, David was the winner in a very close match in Toledo. And we're tied at 1 as David Howard runs the rack. Sigel has won 12 of the 18 matches that they've played.
You got no ice on this.
But I'll bet you that Sigel won most of the early matches.
Ice won't come out of there.
Until David started winning a little bit more on the tour. He's the best breaker right now.
Well, and in fact, the word on him is as his break goes, so he goes.
Yes.
Pass, right?
Scratch.
Well,
Yeah, nothing spots, right?
No.
Well, that's bad news as
God, all of them stay down.
3 balls will stay down.
Thank you.
you've got to guard against that. You can't let that cue ball run wild. Once Mike starts breaking to his standard, he controls the cue ball rather well. David always lets the cue ball run. Look at this shot.
It's not possible, is it?
Boy, he lets the cue ball get away from him there.
Call your next pocket.
Mike didn't want to hit that ball. He wanted to play that ball in the same spot he just shot the 2 in. Well, looks like it's going to be 2-1 Sigel.
Sigel ranked number 2 in the world.
Who's number 1? Strickland? Barry?
I think so, yes.
If Strickland and Sigel play, you will see some match.
2 games to 1. As
Never a
Mike
doubt.
Sigel playing the
Never a
crowd
doubt,
here
never a
and
doubt.
getting the crowd really on his side, and that's a factor.
no,
We've
the
seen the
second
crowd
one, we had like
turn
3
on
quarters
some
of the
players
time.
during the run of this
They
tournament.
lost the ball.
Mike is the best pure player that we have
Never
out
a
there
doubt.
today.
Well, if confidence wins
He wins.
pocket billiard tournaments, he's
He
gonna
wins
win.
automatically. But he's got the ability to back it up. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray,
I was too lazy to walk
they were
over here and play
confident,
the one in
but
that
they had the
corner and just
ability to
stop.
back it up.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
so does he.
I like that vest that he's wearing.
That's that. That's all.
Looks
It's too
like he
lazy to come
mugged
over
Bat
here. I'm
Masterson.
you know, that's all. That's all.
He doesn't play gin as good as Bat Masterson did. Cue ball control here. Watch it. Once he gets it parked right out in the middle.
What?
There it
There
goes.
is. 9 ball down this time, and it didn't scratch.
Nope.
4 in a row. 4 in a row.
Let's take
Shot.
another look at it. We're going to be able to see the 9 ball go in the hole. There it is.
Shot in like a rocket ship. All those balls cleared the way.
Just perfect. And so Mike Sigel has gone on top, 3-1. We'll be back to Caesars right after this. Well, the man at the table has the lead. Mike Sigel now 3-1 over David Howard. He'll have another break here. He knocked the 9 ball in on the last break. In fact, he's knocked it in twice, but he scratched on one of them.
The break with these two fellas, big advantage.
So he'll try to do more of same.
Notice where the white ball is. He didn't make a ball. But
What
notice
5
where the
ball?
white- Mike has got it rolling again.
Too smart.
What happened this
Pretty
time
good too. Breaking pretty good.
is Mike didn't make a ball, and what David has to do is hit the 1, but now he's got to go off the rail and back in to try to hit the 1. That's when you have it rolling
Pushing out.
for you.
This is a push out now. Why don't you
Okay.
explain that for us?
Push out is when they shoot away from the ball, don't hit the ball. Right after the break is the only time you can do that. It's like a free move,
I think I'm
with no
shooting here.
penalty. Mike can either shoot or
What do you think?
let David shoot.
He just asked the audience.
I'm going for it.
In fact, it was Jim Bakula, who's
He's-
the
he's
director of
going for the
operations
9.
for
What he's
Brunswick, who he
doing-
asked.
What he's doing here, he's going to try to bank the 1. He's going to try to bank the 1 into the 9, try to make the 9.
And get this over with in a hurry. So a little of the
What?
gambler. Did he do it? Yes. 4-1. How do you like that? Take another look at this.
Mr. Magic. When he gets it going, he's tough. He gets the rolls. He makes shots like this. It's just uncanny. Some of the things he does.
Well, that's a great shot for 4-1. Winks up here to us.
Not bad for a guy who's been playing 6 months, huh?
He likes to talk too.
Next thing you know, he'll have his own cue.
If the score was 4-1 the other way, I don't know if he'd be talking so much. Mike breaking again.
Now, he's knocked the 9 ball in twice. One of them was a scratch. The other one was dead in.
Watch the cue ball. Cue ball,
on,
when
anything
Mike
here, what
breaks,
is this?
always winds up sort of in the middle of the table.
But once again,
He
nothing fell.
Well, he hits maybe one
I feel like I'm hitting pretty
one
good.
tip
you know,
above
it's just,
center.
I had those pretty good, didn't I?
And the
Or
cue
not?
ball, again, winds up right here. Didn't get kissed by anything, but he didn't make a ball. Now it's David's turn. David better get it hot here.
Trailing 4-1.
Well, he just got by. He pulled it over, it looked like. I don't think he's looking at the 9. I just think he's looking to pocket the 3.
And he did.
Hit the ball, boy.
Didn't hit it hard enough. What he wanted to do is have that cue ball come out about here. Now he's got a tough shot. He's going to make it all the way down here.
He was talking to himself. You heard him say, hit the ball.
Not only is the shot tough, the position is tough. Good shot. Good shot. He got away with one there. Looks like he's going to have to shoot the 6 in the side pocket. Oh,
that's twice now, right?
Forgot to make the 5.
Yeah. You didn't let me hit it a while ago.
Mary, I think you made a big mistake here.
Balls get a little bit funny.
I don't know why he did that. All he had to do was hit the,
I just like to take
hit the 5 in the side.
30 more seconds to look.
Tough game.
Well, David got away with one.
Tell you what, these two guys, they don't need us here. They do their own commentary.
Yeah. Mike's got to watch out here. He doesn't hit behind the ball and scratch.
Well, you called that one.
I've been around a little bit.
I know that. I know that.
Brutal.
Well, David's got a chance to come back a little bit. 4-2. Six in the side, 7 in the corner, 8 in the corner, and 9 in the same pocket.
Well, there's 1/4. And now the 7. And now the 8. Steve told you about it. You didn't really have to watch it, did you?
Close up.
And so we're going to go to 4-2 as David Howard knocks it in the hole. And that cuts the lead of Mike Sigel down to 2 games. It's 4-2, and we'll be back to Caesars Palace right after this. Don't go away. 4-2, Mike Siegel's lead narrowing a little bit as David Howard had a relatively easy game. He is still at the table.
He's got 2 games, Mike, but the break is a very big factor in this with these 2 guys.
So far, Mike Siegel's had the better of the breaks.
With the way David breaks and with the way Mike breaks, you know, games can be run out here very easily.
One time, huh?
And they knocked the 1 ball in on the break.
Easy, right?
So he was shooting at the 2.
David's got a little problem here. Try to get position on the 3.
We had to get around that 5.
He got away with it.
He
there.
did.
But this is no easy shot. Anytime you go to the whole length of the table, it's no easy shot. Beautiful view from our end camera there. Nice shot. David's getting loose.
That was serious.
He might have went a little bit too far. And he's going to draw the cue ball back a little bit. But he's got to make sure he comes back with the right angle on the 6, because he does not want to go around the table. Perfect.
Starting to get into a pretty good rhythm, it seems, here, Steve.
Yep.
Well, it's looking as though he's going to narrow the gap to just 1 now.
Right, I said the break is very important. These guys, they have 2 very powerful breaks.
This one to make it 4-3, and he does. So David Howard has run off a couple games in a row here after being down by 3 games. He closes to 4-3 down to Mike Sigel.
David could get hot here and win 3 or 4 games very quick.
How did this happen?
He asked the question. Do you have the answer?
No, funny things happen in this game. Mike is straight in. He's got to play position for the 2 on the side rail. Looks like what he's going to do is come down here off the rail, try to nip the 1, make the 1 in this pocket, and come all the way over here for the 2. Here's a 2 right here. Perfect shot.
Absolutely perfect.
That's Mike Sigel for you. Mike doesn't do too many things wrong on the pool table. You better play perfect if you want to win. Uh-oh. Oh, never saw him do that.
That's a rare mistake.
Rare.
Huh?
It's about as rare as a $3 bill right there, Mary.
Can't believe that ball skid on me.
Give David some momentum here.
Boy, oh boy.
He wanted to get a little higher there because the 4 is down along this rail where the 3 is. And he doesn't want too much of an angle.
That's real nice. I can't believe I didn't get past the first
He made
ball.
a bad shot where he tied up these 2 balls right here. He can't make either one of these balls.
Can't believe I did that.
That's what he's talking
Couldn't
about.
get out from there.
He can't believe that he tied those 2 balls up. Well, he'll get out. Oh, no.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Got a tough shot right here.
Makes me...
Well, he's got to take a chance right here. Gonna try to come over 2 rails, try to open those balls up or play safe off the 6 after he hits the 5. Not hard enough.
Virtually.
Now what?
Now he's got to try to play
Now what?
safe.
You got a bridge.
I think what he's going to try to do is hit the 6 over to the side rail right here and make the cue ball come here and wind up somewhere behind this 9, I think.
Here's one of the rare times you'll see one of the men use the bridge. Shot clock coming down toward 10, but no factor at all.
That might work, huh?
Well, it worked for the time being. But I think what Mike is going to do is hit the 6, put the 6 over here, and bring the cue ball right into this position to be behind the 7. Huh, did something a little bit different. Mike took a chance there. I couldn't believe he did that.
And it worked okay for him.
He got lucky.
I wanted a double bank it anyway.
He got lucky. I
That
don't
was
understand why
huh?
he didn't play safe.
I
there.
sure do know somebody.
Yeah, only person you know is Brunswick.
No, the 5 was a good shot, right? How about that one?
These guys are talking to each other now, and it's early. Gonna go from behind.
We're at 4-3. Race to 9, remember. And right now, it's pretty much up for grabs, it seems.
Mike is getting away with a lot here. And if he didn't get these rolls, it could be a different story.
So Mike Sigel can turn to the offense here now.
He doesn't want to get straight in. Oh, he's fine. He's got to come up the table for the 8. Anytime you travel the full length of the table, anything can happen. Perfect. Mike always seems to hit balls perfect.
Probably the most consistent player, would you say, on the tour?
Yeah, right. He reminds me of me when I was about 24.
And that makes it 5-3 now. So Mike Sigel has moved out to a 2-game lead once more, and we'll come back to the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championship after this. Here's a look at Jim Bakula, the director of operations for Brunswick Billiards. As we mentioned, he had a little dialogue with Mike Sigel, was picking his brain as to what shot he would play on his table. Brunswick tables, incidentally, been used since 1960 in most professional tournaments.
Should I bank it or double?
Sigel with a 2-game lead here, and still on his feet and playing.
Last game, if he didn't snooker David on that double bank that he thought he was playing, David could have won the game and the score would have been tied.
He's had good success on the break. And the 8-ball goes.
Now look where Mike's cue ball is. Cue ball's right in the middle of the table, just like the. And the 1, if it comes near the pocket, which it is, he's in perfect position to run out. When that ball's in the middle of the table, it gives you so much more of an advantage. I think it's going to be 6-3 real quick, Barry. He's going to try to draw straight back, it looks like, and play the 4 in the upper right-hand corner. That's it. Perfect. If Mike gets out of the line 2 inches, he gets mad.
Well, he hasn't been mad lately, so that must mean he's doing something right.
He tries to play this game to what we call an exact science.
Is it an exact science?
No, there's a margin for error. A little bit.
There's a nice shot of Mike Sigel knocking the 5-ball in the back of the hole.
If there's a little luck involved, it can't be an exact science, can it?
I think that's true.
6-3. And lengthening.
Yeah, this is an easy rack. Played perfectly by Mike Sigel. Some textbook pocket billiards going on right now.
Looks like Secretariat coming down the stretch.
He does, yeah. 6-3, just like that. Mike Sigel looking the part of the champion. Captain Hook now leads it by 3. We'll be back with more tip from Caesars right after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak watching Mike Sigel and David Howard, 2 of the hot players on the tour right now, and Sigel pretty much in control. Ran that last rack easily. Let's watch his break. One of the best.
Watch the cue ball. Again, look where the cue ball is, right in the middle of the table. Are you learning anything from this?
Absolutely. I wish I could do it.
What do you learning? Stay away from guys like this. If you,
I always stay away from guys who wear vests like that.
I've got a fancy vest.
When I see a vest like that, I put my hand on my wallet. And the reason is that if a guy wears a vest like that, I know he's confident.
In my opinion, he's the best modern-day player there is.
You can see that graphic pretty much told you what you need to know. 70 major titles. He's got a resume. It looks like a phone book, as a matter of fact. He's got about 5 pages of titles.
this was golf, he'd be a multi-billionaire.
Won $40,000 in the tournament. Big payday, one of the biggest.
Yeah.
That was right here on ESPN, as a matter of fact.
Mike's very adept at shooting right-handed. I knew Mike when he was 18 years old.
Now 34.
Freeze.
That ball off the rail. Well, there's one of those cases where he's an inch off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And it's 7-3. Well, I'm getting a good lesson here in the fine art of 9-ball. Take a look at the 6-ball here.
Well, what he has to do here, he hit the 6 right in. He had to make the cue ball move a little bit and jump around and come out for the 9. He's the best at what he does.
Yeah, he really is.
Simple as that.
He turns it into an art form.
Huh?
But he does have his off days, just like anybody else.
No. You dirty rat. Wow.
4 or 5 racks now.
Scratched.
Kicked in from nowhere. Yeah, I mean, the cue ball
Watch him get
stays
kicked in the side.
Yeah.
Watch the ball come off the side rail, bim, and he kicked it in. Okay. Bad shot.
Bad shot.
I should say bad break.
So now it's David Howard. And he's got a ways to go to get back in this one, trailing 7-3.
But David's got a better break than Mike. Anything can happen. In this match right here, if the score is 8-5, David's not a big underdog, or neither is Mike. For the simple reason they have such good breaks, and the table is breaking very easily.
Mike, or rather David, in one of those situations where he really can't afford too many mistakes here, trailing as he is. And he hasn't made any.
It's just that he hasn't had any opportunity to shoot. The upside down 7. Takes very little time. He knows what he wants to do. He just gets up and does it.
Now the time clock, not a factor with this man.
With neither one of these two.
So this to cut the margin to 7-4. And does handle it. Mike Sigel, reasonably confident with a 3-game lead.
Thank you, Jimmy. I thought you deserted me there for a minute.
Talking to somebody in the crowd.
He was talking to Eva's husband, Jimmy Mattia.
Well, another chance to look at the best break in the game of pool.
Don't you dare.
And he got it. 9-ball goes down, and that is another quick game for David Howard.
But I tell you how things can just turn around.
7-5 now. Take another look. Watch the 9-ball.
Shoot right out of the rack, in between the 4 and 6.
Escorted into the hole by the 4.
Looks like the 4 ran interference, like
yeah.
O.J. Simpson
Exactly.
and somebody else.
7-5. And he would love a replay.
No. No.
Cue ball.
Make them all.
Yeah, well, you spot this one, right?
No, I gotta shoot a spot shot. Oh my God.
Well, here, two balls
the
went in
line?
on a break. And the 2-ball came behind the line, so what has to be done is the 2-ball gets spotted, and the other 2 balls stayed down. So Mike has to shoot a spot shot here. Mike shouldn't have any problem making this ball and getting position on the 3. Perfect. Powerful. Devastating.
All of those.
I shudder right here. Now, he's got to shoot the 3, make it in here, and he's got to play pinpoint position to make the 5 in the side. Got to make sure he doesn't scratch. So close to that side pocket.
He didn't. The ball went down.
Look at this.
Well, he's right in between. He can take his pick here. We call this a tweener, Barry. He could shoot it in the side, or he can shoot it in the corner. I think he's going to opt to shoot it in the corner, throw the cue ball back a little bit, and play the 6 ball in the side pocket where he's at.
And he does.
He's letting the cue ball get away from him a little bit. But with Mike's powerful stroke and his shot-making ability, have no fear, he'll run out here.
6 balls down, now the 7 on the side.
Mike is on the hill, as you aptly put it.
And perfect position on the 9. David Howard watches, and he will watch as Mike Sigel now goes up 8-5. So a 3-game cushion. He's on the hill. 1 to go for Mike Sigel, and we'll be back to wrap this one up right after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak, 8-5 now. Mike Sigel leading. Here's an important break for him.
Control of the white ball, essential.
Where's the 3 ball? Look at this. Point.
Well, all he did was knock 5 balls in.
That's all. No problem.
The 3 couldn't hang? Did I make one or what? I want to be shooting this one, though.
It looks like the table's sprung a leak right
wow.
here. Everything's falling in.
He represents Brunswick billiard table, so
Well,
personal friends of Mr. Brunswick.
Well, I think he's going to rifle his 6 in, past the 7, and run out.
Didn't start out like he was all that confident about that shot.
Mike is like that all the time. Mike does a dance. We should call him the dance man when he plays. We had a guy one time, Barry, spin around and knock a referee out with his cue.
So this will do it.
This is history right here.
And virtually a gimme for Mike Sigel. There it is, and he's through to the semifinals. Quick work of David Howard. Howard, the giant killer, came in here the hot player, but today he fell to Captain Hook. Mike Sigel, perhaps the most consistent player, and you heard him say it's good that we're playing on Brunswick because he represents Brunswick. He knows the tables. Today the table was very kind to him. So Mike Sigel goes on 9-5 over David Howard. He's through to the semifinals, and we'll be back to talk with the winner right after this. Well, Mike Sigel on through to the semifinal round, 9-5, a winner over David Howard. Mike, I think most impressive, you beat a hot player. You beat a guy who's been playing very, very well.
David's been playing very well. He just won 2 tournaments in a row. I said he's got to give me a chance here. I mean, you know, he doesn't want to win 20 in a row.
Well, I think you took the chance. This is the guy who's supposed to be the best breaker in the business, and you outbroke him today.
Yeah, well, he was, now see, I think he was breaking too hard on this table. Now I switched over here, and I was getting great results. The last break I made 5 balls, so The tables play great. They're just a little loose. The lighting and being in Nevada makes the rails a little softer, and therefore the pockets are a little playing easier than normal, and you're seeing a lot of racks run. So I think you'll see that throughout the whole tournament.
I heard him say to you, you must be personal friends with Mr. Brunswick.
I sure am, yeah. I've been with Brunswick for about a year and a half, and I won the team challenge that we played on ESPN. And the tables are the best playing tables. I'm fortunate to be with the company. And they like the relationship, and hopefully I'll win my next 2 matches.
Now you're in the semifinals. When you get to the finals, you have had phenomenal success. 14 out of 15 winners when you get to the final.
Well, they call me Mr. Finals. I don't know. It's just I think I have somebody on my shoulder for that, and I just seem to perk up when my adrenaline starts flowing, and things just work out that way. And if you get, just like Gene, if you get used to that, you get breaks and this and that, and things happen, and somehow you win. I mean, it's in the stars sometimes.
One more, and you're in the finals again. Congratulations, Mike. Steve, you got David Howard.
Well, David, you didn't have much of a chance there. Mike shot all the balls in. He didn't really give you a chance to shoot. Everybody forgets about the loser, but I think you've just won 2 tournaments in a row. What do you think of Mike's chances for the rest of the tournament?
Well, he's got a real good chance to win. I felt like that match right there would put one of us in the finals. I'm playing really well. I thought I was breaking really good. I just didn't have enough time. It was a real short match.
You scratched twice on a break there. That might have cost you.
Yeah, that's one time too many against Mike Sigel. But I'd like to, if it had went 2 or 3 more sets, I would have liked it.
Hey, you won 2 in a row. Give somebody else a chance. Give somebody else a chance.
I think really the bottom line of the whole thing is one of those matches really nobody lost. Just happened that Mike Sigel went out and won it. Outstanding quarterfinal match. Mike Sigel into the semifinals, 1 away from the finals, and once he gets to the finals, he's won 14 out of 15. Not bad. For Steve Mizrak, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next time from Caesars Palace. The World 9-Ball Championships were brought to you by Brunswick. Today, we're in that desert oasis of neon and glitter, Las Vegas, Nevada, where 80 men and women have gathered in the pavilion of Caesars Palace to vie for that most coveted title of all in sport, World Champion. This is pocket billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome to Caesars Palace here in Las Vegas. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship, a circuitous route to the semifinals, but a great match for you this afternoon between Earl Strickland and Keith McCready. And with us for expert commentary, as always, 4-time U.S. Open champion, 3-time world champion Steve Mizrak. This is a match that it's really hard to pick a winner.
Tough match, but Earl's been around a long time. He's been around the finals a long time, so I've got to give the edge to Earl here.
Let's take a look at Steve Mizrak's scorecard then and see exactly how you do see it. The break and cue ball control, 2 really important factors.
I like Strickland on the break. He hits him well and hits him hard, but he always gets shape on the ball that he wants to shoot next. Cue ball control, again, I like Strickland. Experience, they've both been around a long time. They both handle the pressure very well. And strategy's hard to pick. Well, let's give them both a mark. So, but I like Strickland here.
Based on the way it's gone so far through this tournament, I have to think that strategy and pressure situations are the 2 keys. Pressure, because McCready will play with your mind. Strickland's going to have to keep it together. We'll be back to get started right after this. The World 9-Ball Championships are brought to you by Brunswick, a tradition and excellence since 1845.
Being a professional means being on the road for weeks at a time. Staying in hotels, living out of a suitcase. But then you get to the tournament. and you feel right at home. Why? Because you're playing on a Brunswick.
And you'll feel right at home with your Brunswick, the world's most popular pool tables. Beautiful Brunswick slate tables for the home, designed for maximum playability and durability. Brunswick, a tradition of excellence since 1845. For your nearest dealer, see the yellow pages or call toll-free.
Don't win nothing for practice. Don't win nothing if you don't.
All right, let's have.
After a long day of hard knocks,
That's right.
head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream.
Boy. Here. This one don't buck so hard.
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Triple Crown Thoroughbreds run for $500,000 in a summer showdown. See all the horses that make headlines at the Haskell Invitational. Saturday afternoon at 5 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak back at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. 4 players left in the competition. This is a semifinal match between Earl Strickland and Keith McCready. This one really promises to be both interesting and perhaps volatile. 2 very outspoken players. Let's take a look at the rules, and they haven't changed for all these weeks. Object of the game still is to pocket the 9 ball whenever you can pocket the 9 ball, but you have to shoot the balls in numerical order, starting with... Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome to Caesars Palace here in Las Vegas. Well, it's taken weeks, but here we are at the semifinals, and this should be a great match today. Buddy Hall and Mike Sigel, 2 guys who have spent a lot of time around a pool table. And with us, as always, for expert commentary, Steve Mizrak. This one matches up very, very evenly, Steve.
I don't know who to pick here. Why don't we look at my scoreboard and see what happens?
All right, let's do that. Let's take a look and start at the top, first of all, with the break.
I like Sigel on a break. He controls the cue ball. And I like Sigel with the cue ball control. He plays more straight pool than Buddy. Experience, even. They've both been around a long time. Pressure, even. They both can handle tough pressure situations. But Hall's a 9-ball player. I like his strategy end of it.
These guys are really interesting in the fact that they both really sort of march to a different drummer, and Buddy Hall's drummer beats a lot slower than does the drum of Mike Sigel. So whoever can dictate the tempo of this match might win it. We'll be back to get started. Tompkins with Steve Mizrak. We're at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championship, and we are getting down, if you pardon the expression, to short strokes. Buddy Hall, Mike Sigel in this one. A couple of guys who've had many laps around a pool table. Let's take a look at the rules, and the rules are as they have been. The object of the game, pocket the 9-ball. That's all pretty easy. You shoot the balls in order, starting with the number 1 ball, assuming that's still on the table after the break. And the player will shoot until he misses. The game's over when the 9-ball is pocketed, whenever the 9-ball is pocketed. Player will lose his turn when any foul is committed. And the most simple and basic of all, first player to win 9 games wins the match. In this case, not only wins the match, but moves on into the final and a chance at $15,000 worth of prize money. Here's the lag. Buddy Hall, the orange ball. Mike Sigel, the yellow ball.
Too fast, both of them.
And Mike Sigel will break to start things. No secrets with these 2 guys. They've played each other many, many times.
I don't know where to break from now.
Here's the prize money, $15,000 as we mentioned to the winner, $7,000 runner-up money, $50,000 of total prize money, and the prize monies in this sport in general escalating.
Well, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Let's take a look at the path to the semifinals for these 2. Buddy Hall beat Mark Mario, beat George Brunt, and then beat Bob Hunter 9 games to 6. Wasn't as easy as the score might look. Mike Sigel, on the other hand, had a relatively easy time with David Howard. Actually lost a set to Jeff Carter and lost a set to Sammy Jones, but he seems to be getting his game in gear at the right time.
Well, he better, because he's playing a very tough competitor right now. And Buddy never quits until it's all over. I heard Mike say he's very nervous, very nervous. He talks to himself a lot, but he's a magician. He gets the job done.
Call him Captain Hook, his nickname. Plays the defensive posture as well as the offensive posture. Knocked the 9-ball in on a couple of occasions off the break in his quarterfinal game. Got
Notice
the last
how
roll
he
there.
pushed that ball in the side. And if he didn't make that ball, you know, Buddy would have been in perfect spot. He's got basically a simple run out here. Make the 1 from here into the pocket. Play position for the 2 right here. 3 is right now under Mike's arm. And it's just a very basic, simple run out.
Simple for you.
What about for you, Barry?
Not simple. Not simple. So that is the thing that amazes me about this game and the proficiency level that these play at is you're always 3 or 4 shots ahead. And I think the guy who plays in the basement of his house or at the local billiard parlor is thinking 1 shot.
Game 1 to Mike Sigel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Game over. These early games will really tell. Again, I say it's whoever gets out to the lead usually is going to wind up winning. Some of the matches in past weeks, some guys got out to the lead and somebody came back real quick and real strong, but the guy who got out to the lead usually wins.
Mike Sigel in his quarterfinal match started a little bit slowly, but here he's starting at a gallop.
Well, he looks like he doesn't want to shoot that ball on the side, but he's trying to figure out where he's going to put the 6. I think he's got it all under control. Mike is a little bit like Earl Strickland in the way he talks to himself. He gets absolutely perfect, or maybe 1 inch out of line, but he still talks to himself that he got in the wrong spot. Perfect.
So far, he's just about perfect, and this man, Buddy Hall, yet to get off the chair.
Mike gave a little whistle there that he thought he didn't get it by the 9.
And so Mike Sigel runs the rack relatively easy. He takes a 1-game-to-none lead. We're at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming back right after this.
Looks like he's going to try to curve it around, or he might be jumping it. He's going to try to hit the 2 right here. He might bank it. He might play it here. Anything's liable to happen. He jumped it, Barry. No, hit the 8 and made the 2. Unbelievable shot.
I make that shot all the time. In my dreams. 2-1. Mike Sigel over Buddy Hall now. Sigel to break. Generates a lot of power.
What? Look at this.
These balls slide through for him.
It's my lucky 7 ball.
Mike,
Twice I went in.
Mike is the best player.
Twice.
But he also gets a lot of rolls, so to speak. So it's his lucky 7.
And if it was the 3, it'd be his lucky 3.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Came out a little bit too far, but he's going to try to make a billiard. He's going to try to make the 4 ball by hitting the 2 first. And his only worry here is getting shape on the 2. Good shot.
Excellent shot.
Couldn't get the kissy.
No shape on the 2.
Couldn't get the key as this.
Mike has no shot. The 2 and the 9 are tied. If the 5 wasn't in the side, he might have a clear shot to make the 9 combination in the side. But it looks like he's not going to do that.
Can feel the 15 coming up.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know. Tell you what he's doing. He's playing the 2 ball off the 9 right here. He's trying to kiss the 9, trying to make the 2. He did.
That's a great shot.
Great shot. Look where the 3 is. 3's hanging. 5, 6, 8, 9. 3-1 Sigel.
You know, you take the suspense out of this.
Oh, I've seen this so often. From the chair.
And the chair is where Buddy Hall is right now. One of those helpless positions. Only sport that I can think of, that you just can't do anything about your own success or failure.
An old great player by the name of Irving Crane once told me, he said, son, he said, it's not how good you play, it's how good your opponents play that makes you win or lose. And if you stop and think about that for a while, in this game, those words are absolutely true.
It's true. Well, right now, Buddy Hall's opponent is playing pretty darn good. Mike Sigel has moved out to a 3-1 lead.
I played it. I was playing the 2.
Buddy's
I figure if I hit
unbeaten
it
string
like thin, it could
on
go to the
TV
side
is
rail
in jeopardy.
Very much so.
Back over here playing safe.
No, I was playing the 2. But I figure if I'm going to miss it, I'm going to try and miss it thin. You know?
Made a good shot then.
A little dialogue between the two. Some backhanded compliment by Buddy Hall, who thinks he played a different shot.
Buddy doesn't
Well, what are
make
you gonna do? I know 15's coming up.
too
now,
many
you know what I mean?
different
I
facial
can't look at nothing else.
expressions. He just gets up and goes about
You know
his
what I mean?
business.
See, when that comes up, you can't change your mind.
Mike never
expend
stops.
any
You
extra
can't look.
energy.
No.
There he is.
I don't know about this break. I'm just dribbling him in here, you know? It's working.
Meanwhile, it's working. He keeps running out and getting position on the 1 or the next ball.
He didn't dribble that one in.
No.
Got 3 balls, 2 balls.
Look at the 1. The 1, I mean, again, another easy run out for Mike. The 1 straight in the hole right here. He's got to play position, very simple position. Looks like he made the 2, so the 3 ball would be the next shot. I don't know what he's thinking about here. He's not even, he's hesitating. Got to be careful he doesn't foul the balls that he's shooting over.
Oh, no.
He hit
Oh,
that
yes.
so hard. Okay, the 2. The 2 is right here. He's in perfect shape for a very, very simple run out. 3 in the side, 4 in the corner. Cue ball come off the rail, back up here, make the 5 in the side, 7 and 9. Very simple run out.
Mike Sigel trying to make it 3 in a row. And it looks for all the world as though he will.
You have the caliber of a player like Mike Sigel. He doesn't make many mistakes. And if he does, you better take advantage of him.
Well, Buddy Hall's the type of player who can take advantage, but not from where he is right now, and that is looking on. So this for 4-1.
Mike will win by keeping Buddy in the chair.
And Mike Sigel easily runs that rack. His 3rd. These are the World Open Championships in 9-ball, and we'll be back after this. There's Jim Bakula, the Director of Operations from Brunswick Billiards. We rejoin the action with Buddy Hall having won 3 of the last 5 games to pull within 2 of Mike Sigel. We're at Caesar's Palace. 6 games to 4. Mike Sigel leading Buddy Hall. But Buddy Hall is the man who's at the table, and Mike Sigel is the man who's in the chair. So that means that Buddy Hall is very much in it. Winner of this moves on to the finals.
Barry, if you put a fur coat on Buddy, what would he look like?
A bear.
That's it. Grizzly. He's going to dub from Merlin Olsen in the next movie. It'd be funny. Buddy made the 1. He's got a long way to go to make the 2. If Buddy can spear this one in with confidence, get on the 3 and run out, he's got a good chance. Tough shot, though.
Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot.
Oh,
He got away with it. Good shot.
His great touch. Again, I'm amazed the man his size with the touch that he has.
Nice little run out. 3 ball in the pocket. Stick for the 4 right in the side. Stick for the 5 right here. Make it go. After the 5, he'll position the cue ball right about here so he can make the 6 right here, then the 7 and the 8. Simple run out. Buddy should be behind 1 game.
Cosmo.
That's it. You got it. You're learning. You're learning quick. I'd rather do this with you up here than be down there. I tell
It's easier. It's an easier game up here.
I tell a lot of lies, though. Well, he's about 3 inches from where I predicted.
Well, it wasn't too long ago we were talking about Buddy Hall struggling. I get the sense he's not struggling anymore.
No. 8 in the side, 7 in the side, and the 9. Great shot. Buddy's 1 game behind, but more important, he's breaking.
Yeah, he's playing, and Mike Sigel is watching. And hit that one
As
just
long
perfectly.
as he breaks, he controls the match. Mr. Expression, Buddy Hall.
There he is. 6 games to 5.
You know, both of these guys, when they decide what they're going to do, they get right down and do it. They get their business done. Buddy's more plotting. He's more thinking. Mike is more spectacular.
Both great shot makers, though. I mean, there's really something to be learned for somebody like myself sitting here watching these guys. So Buddy Hall has come back here now, and he will break, hope to run the rack, and square the match.
Big break here.
Needs to get some luck. Doesn't get it.
Well, he got a little luck here. He's got no shot. He's got no pocket for the 1 right here. So what Mike might do is slice the 1 down here and put the cue ball somewhere on this rail right about here. Or he may play the combination. That's what he's looking at, Barry. He's looking at the combination. But Mike now is taking a chance. I don't know if he should do this. Okay, now he just moved the other way.
Yeah, man.
Now he's got the clock to contend with. Down to 10 seconds. He is going to go for the combination,
Yep.
looks like.
Yep.
And he got it.
Mike's being bothered by that shot clock.
And it's interesting because all through the quarterfinals, we didn't see the shot clock bother anybody.
Right. Mike is fortunate that the 1 stayed there. He miscued right there.
Now how much time do I have?
He miscued. He's getting his tip tapper out. The tip tapper makes little indentations on the top of the tip so that the tip becomes more abrasive so that it
Easy
grabs
on
the
the
cue
clock,
ball.
will you?
So he doesn't miscue again. He miscued that time and made the ball. That doesn't happen too often.
Mike is real aware of that clock. And again, that's just another little thing that slips into your head in a crucial match like this. It stays there.
May have overdrawn that ball. He's got one problem. He's got to make the 4 go in this pocket right here. He's got to play position to make the 5 go in this pocket. But look at down here with the 6 and 9. I don't think that the 6 can pass by the 9 to make it. So he's got to bring the cue ball on this side to make the 6 go where he's shooting the 4. Overdrew the ball. Now, Mike overdrew the ball. He's got to draw it right over to the side rail. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. See what happened on the break, Barry? But Buddy didn't make a ball. Left Mike an easy shot. Ran out. Break is so important. But more important, after the shot or after the break is important. Good shot.
And so Mike Sigel now gets back on the offense. Just when it looked like Buddy Hall was making a run, Sigel needs this and the 9-ball for 7-5.
This is like blackjack. You win 3 or 4 in a row, and then you lose 2 or 3 in a row. But only in blackjack, you lose 10 in a row.
And in blackjack, you're at someone else's mercy. So Mike Sigel runs through that rack. It's 7 games to 5. Sigel leads by 2. First to 9. We'll be back to Vegas after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak. This is the Pavilion at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Semifinal match in the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championships. And this man, Mike Sigel, about to break, going from the left side this time, changing up and going from right to left. Now he'll go from left to right on the break. He leads by 2 games.
Made a ball on the break. Looks like
I can make this.
Looks like he can.
Yeah,
he can go
sure
in between the 7
Gap
and
time,
8 right here, to come down here and make the 1 go in his pocket. If he does,
yeah, I got to shoot.
Well, he can do it. From the sound of his voice, he seems very confident. Things are going for him. Those 2 balls were just a shade closer together. He wouldn't have a shot. The 1 ball would be by the hole, and you couldn't push out to any spot on the table without leaving an easy shot on the 1.
You
He
see
can
the
make
gap.
this.
That's the gap he's got to go through between the 7 and the 8.
He can make this. He's not even elevating his cue. He's got to play position.
Excuse me?
Overcut it.
Now what did he do for Buddy? Well, Buddy can make this.
Well, Buddy can make this.
Close. It was.
But the score is 7-5, and shooting this long way, trying to make the ball go here, he's got to play position for a ball way on the other side of the table. Buddy's in a whole load of trouble, because once Mike gets to 8, it's tough to hold him at 8.
So that makes this shot that much more important.
Oh, so important you can't even imagine.
Didn't get it.
Well, just...
Buddy's undercutting everything. Buddy's struggling right now. He's talking to
Oh,
himself.
man, I'm telling you, it bent that much. Shit, jumped up. The cue ball done that.
Both men are complaining that the ball is rolling off a little bit. Missed it. And scratched.
Oh, my goodness. So, again, the door pops open for Buddy Hall.
Mike is trying to tighten up the match, it looks like.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
Trying to hit that thin and duck.
Why doesn't he do those things when he plays me? I don't understand. Buddy's got a difficult shot to play position on here.
I don't think he's going to really love that.
Well, I don't know how close he is to that ball.
Well, it looks like he's about a quarter of an inch.
Okay, okay. He's liable to bank this ball. Back where he's standing, the pocket he's covering with his body, he's going to bank it over in that pocket.
Oh, he just snuck it by the 9-ball.
Great shot.
Watch this shot again. Watch him sneak it by the 9-ball.
Right.
It's the 2, and I mean...
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great shot. No, that could spur Buddy on, give him the added confidence that he needs.
He's by no means out of this. 7-5.
No. It's going to be 7-6, Barry. Oh, he's dead straight. He's absolutely dead straight. He has no angle. He has no angle for the to make the 5, to bring the cue ball up here. So what he's going to have to do is just make the 5 and roll. Well, he's elevating his cue, so he's evidently going to hit it low and try to force the cue ball up. Well, he forced it a little bit, not much. But this should be no problem for Buddy. Cut it in the side, or he can shoot it in the corner. Either one. I think he's going to cut it in the side. Looks like an easier shot. Come down 2 rails. Oh, not enough. Not enough. That's not vintage Buddy Hall there. What he wanted to do, he wanted to bring the cue ball right down here. He's so short here, he doesn't know what to do. He's going to cut the 8 in the pocket here. He might try to hit the 9. He might go behind the 9. If he goes behind the 9 too far, the ball's liable to wind up here.
So that's a touchy shot.
Yeah.
First, he's got to worry about making the ball, which he did. He came behind the 9. Perfect. That is a great shot.
He hit it very slowly. And hitting him slow, like I told you before, is a difficult shot.
So here's Buddy Hall now to make it 7-6.
Nice shot.
Well, just when it looked like Mike Sigel was about to close the door on him, Buddy Hall came right back. 7-6.
Even though Mike is ahead 1 game, Barry, the break nullifies that 1 game. Buddy's up there breaking. And very easily, a Buddy caliber like Buddy, a player like Buddy, can run the game out.
So here's Buddy Hall. Nobody's gotten real lucky on the break and sank the 9 ball today.
Oh.
Buddy's going to get the 7 ball to go, or 6
Where'd that
ball.
one come from?
He said, where'd that one come from?
Where did that one come from?
Buddy could tie this match up real quick. He's got a shot on the 1 right here. But his main problem is getting the cue ball back into either this position or this position on this side so that he can make the 2. Nice down angle. I like that.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh,
and scratched.
Don't do that.
Ball in hand for Mike Sigel. And just when it looked again like Buddy Hall was going to get on a run, he has to sit.
It's going to be the lightest cue ball in the world.
Buddy said it's got to be the lightest cue ball in the world.
Got to be the lightest cue ball on earth.
Buddy had a chance here. A good chance. Now, if Mike wins this game and is breaking, looks like it'll be vintage Mike Sigel. Well, let's see how he gets on the 4. You can do 1 of 2 things. You can come around the 9.
Oh.
You can come around the 9 like this and come out. Or you can go straight down and back up and out.
Nestled the 4 in, came back
out.
Off the rail.
He shoots the 4 down the rail, stays right there, maybe draws back a little bit. 7 in the side, 8 in the corner, and 8-6, Mike. This is the key shot right here. Good shot. Mike is shaking his head. I could be shaking my head at that score. With being up at the table. Gotta be careful he doesn't nip to 7. Slow roll this one.
balls from 8-6. Well, Buddy Hall gave him one little opening, and Mike Sigel sprinted right through it.
Buddy's not playing well. He didn't play well this set right here. And Mike gave him a few opportunities, and Buddy didn't capitalize on them.
And so Mike Sigel now one game from moving on to the finals in this Brunswick World Open 9-ball championships. It's been going on for a while. There's Buddy Hall.
I tried to spin that. You know, I should have overcut the one and played safe when I did
the
it.
red circle cue ball, the one we used, that shot there, that shooting, it's gonna miss the pocket that far.
Still talking about the cue ball. I guess it's interesting enough that players in your game always talk about the shots they missed instead of the shots they made.
Yeah. You always relive a game, Barry.
Like fainting. Dead faint. Fainting.
I relive a lot of things that in the past that were bad. I remember things that happened to me a long time ago.
Gives you ulcers, don't you know that, Steve?
That's why I'm not out there. I don't want ulcers. Not by choice.
See, we're up here in the toy shop.
Yeah.
Right?
That 9 is rolling.
It is rolling.
He made a ball. Made the 5. Okay. Mike could clean it up here. I'm going to try to cut the 1 in, I think. Come down here for the 2, somewhere in this position right here. If he misses the 1, he still might be behind these trio of balls. For the 1 ball, if it doesn't hang in the hole, he might leave him safe. High left-hand English here. We might even play safe here. He'd be wise.
Yeah, I know.
Talking about the clock.
Yeah, Jeff Carter said 15 seconds. Played safe, is what he did.
But did he play safe enough?
Well, he tried to get behind those 3 balls and didn't do it.
Shot. No, you can't even look at it. That's all right. Yeah, well, no, I'm just trying to get the cue ball behind the 3 in the gap. But I don't have time to look around or anything. You know
Mike's wife said that's all right. She's coaching him.
Yeah, he's still complaining about the clock. He has been right along.
Yeah. He's winning 8-6. He's got not much to complain about. Oh, too hard, buddy. Too hard. That's behind the 4.
Did he luck out?
Might have. I don't know. There's Siegel's wife. Chris. She coaches him from the sidelines like he needs coaching, right? Leonard Bloodworth.
Mike Sigel, 8 games, Buddy Hall 7, but the most important factor, you see Buddy Hall standing at the head of the table. He's the man with the cue in his hand, so he, at least for the moment, can be the master of his own fate. Here's a look at Buddy, 42 years old, out of Paducah, Kentucky, ranked number 3 right now, has beaten all the great players. 40 the man on my right.
42?
42.
He's been 42 for 7 years. Break all important. Oh. Look here. Look at
9 ball. How do you like it?
Whoa. I'll tell you one thing. He almost jumped out of his suspenders there. I almost jumped out of my jacket.
That is both lucky and great.
Watch the 9 ball get kicked in. Watch that 5 kick that 9 right in. What a great kick.
Boys, we're starting to have fun now.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Did you hear Buddy say, boys, we're starting to have fun now?
Mike Sigel just took another puff on his cigarette.
Where was that?
He's having no fun.
Yeah.
He's looking for the same spot here.
Whoa. I got excited. I almost jumped out of my chair there.
Well, Mike got a game in that same fashion a little bit earlier. So now we're all even in the luck category.
That's what it is. Twice it got me. On this opening shot, you needed more than 45 seconds.
Real big right here. Mike keeps complaining about that break, about the shot clock. It's bothering him too much.
Definitely. Has the whole match. Well, this is for it all here.
Yep. No. It's 8-8. That's
Tied
right.
at 8.
He's looking for another one.
That's what he said. He's looking for the same spot. Where is
Look.
it? Ooh, boy, he had it rolling, too, didn't he?
Oh. He has a lot of problems here. And He's got these 3 balls right here on the side. He's got 2 tied up here. He should use his head here. Play a little safe.
That brings Mike Sigel up off the chair. Just kind of check it out.
Yeah. What I think he's going to do is bank the 1 over by the 4, 7, and 2. No. Oh, don't do that.
What are you doing, Cease?
Huh. Well, he gave him an opening.
Right in the middle. He hit both sides of it the same distance.
Right in between these balls, he can make a good hit on that 1. I think what Buddy should have done was put the 1 over here and put the cue ball here so that he has a big alleyway right here blocking him. Would have been better than what he did. With Mike's firepower, with his ability to pocket, he's able to get out from anywhere.
Again, there's the shot clock.
He's guard against that. You know.
Mike's been complaining about the shot clock. Down inside 10 again. Now it's at 5. Didn't get it.
That shot clock is bothering him.
It really is.
Look at this. Mike is on a roll again. Can he hit the 1?
Slow spin. Should have hit it with inside. I don't know what to do. I couldn't hit it with inside.
I don't know if he can hit the 1.
Avoid scratching the side.
I don't know if there's 9 balls in the way. He's got to make the 1.
I would have rather done that than
It
the
looks like it's going to be straight in anyway. And the 2 is tied up here. He's got a very difficult situation here. And it's 8-8. I don't want to be out there. Well, if Buddy can make this somehow. Oh, he's jumping. He's jumping. He's jumping over half the 9. I think he'll hit it. I don't think he'll make it. He'll hit it. Oh, he didn't want to do that.
Gave it a run.
He didn't want to do that.
The difference. I'm dead.
Mike has got 2 opportunities here.
Why, yeah.
Very, very important. He could either cut the 1 in, or he can play safe. He can make the 1 go 3 cushions behind the 9 and come up the top of the table. That's what he's doing. Oh, perfect shot. Oh, he's dead.
Jail.
Jail. Jail. Absolutely jail. Buddy did this to himself, by the way.
My only hope was it go in.
Mike has got no piece of cake. He still has these balls tied up here. Even though he has cue ball in hand, he has to still worry about getting position on the balls that are in this cluster right here.
Still looks tough.
Let me give you the whole picture here, though. We're at 8 all. This is the semifinals, World Championship. Winner moves on into the finals. And what we've got here is really a tactical game.
You heard what he said. It still looks tough.
So he gets the 1. Now where's the cue ball?
Now he's got to take a gamble. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. He's got to cut the 1, 2 in.
A little far.
I don't know what he's going to do with the 4 that's behind the 7 here. If he hits the 4 is liable to wind up behind the 7, and the cue ball's liable to wind up here. So we don't know what's going to happen here. We don't know what he's going to do. He might even miss the 4 and come over and back.
This could be the shot of the match here, for better or worse.
This is the shot of the match, by the way. Perfect.
Ho, 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 ho.
He's
no
yelling
safety. Bah.
Well,
now what?
Wow,
looks like it's perfect. I don't know.
Stop here.
I don't know
I like it.
if he can make this ball in the corner.
Son of a gun.
He wants to make it down here, but I don't know if it'll pass the 7. So if it doesn't pass the 7, he's looking to try to make it in the side pocket. Now you're talking about a very touchy shot here. Here's the shot of the game, Bear.
Make it in the side.
I know.
No.
God almighty. How do you like this?
Not touch the 7.
He's in a bad spot. Look at this.
He's also got to make the shot in 5 seconds. Got it.
Good shot.
That went in.
That was the shot of the match right there.
Good shot. He's made a hell of an out. Good shot. Wow, he's ducking, I'll tell you that.
You gotta get every roll in the world.
And meanwhile,
Every one
Cecil
of 'em.
Buddy Hall bemoaning his luck. But Mike Sigel now playing like a confident man.
You'd be confident, too, if you
That's
had
true.
2 balls left and all you needed was 1 game.
That's true. The 8-ball first.
How much time? How much time?
And
45.
Mike's playing to the crowd and playing to the clock.
Sing and dance here.
And if he misses cues, he won't sing and dance.
And he got it. So Mike Sigel is on through to the championships. A most interesting match. Well played match by both people.
I didn't
Sigel
even think. All I
through
want to do is get
to
off
the
the rail, hit the floor and
championship.
stop.
We'll be back.
That-
I am with the winner, Mike Sigel, and Mike, we had set up in the booth this probably shot of the match.
Yeah, it sure was. See where the cue ball is? It's on the rail. I tried to stay off the rail 3 or 4 inches, then hit the 4 and just stick behind the 7. The 4 didn't look like it could go, but there was only, like so many seconds left. I had to shoot. I figured if I hit it easy, if I don't make it, he might be snookered behind the 7, but I didn't like it. Happened to go in.
And then, of course, relief. No 45-second clock to worry about here. You could have sung a tune before you knocked the 9 ball in.
That's my favorite shot.
So there it was, and the favorite shot, of course, the game winner, and that puts you into the finals. And a tough opponent today in Buddy Hall. Let's talk for just a moment, Mike, about the shot clock. It really hadn't come into play until the semifinals, but it really did today.
It sure did. See, well, this is something new. There's going to be a little mistakes here and there. I'm surprised nobody's run over yet, But like one time I could have played a safety on the 1. I had about 4, 5, or 6 different options. And by the time I figured out what I wanted to do, the guy says I only have so many seconds left, so I had to shoot fast. And it ended up getting 8-8. I mean, I could have locked him out at 9-6, I think. It was 8-6. I made a big mistake, 2 big mistakes. But, it's something I'll improve on. I think you need maybe a couple more seconds here and there.
A tough match, no question about it, but I would think that now, in retrospect, has got to help you looking ahead to the final.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, I'm playing good. I'm breaking the balls good. I feel good. I mean, I believe that that sometimes it's just kind of in the stars for the certain players to win. Like the time I kicked the 3, the 9 win, and that was like hitting a slot machine.
Stars were aligned for you today. Wish you the best in the finals. That's Mike Sigel, a winner, tough winner, but a winner over Buddy Hall. He's on through to the finals. Back with Steve Mizrak to wrap things up right after this. Well, Steve, very tough victory today, but again, a W is a W, and that moves him on into the final.
Mike seems to live over a star, and he's been on a roll, and he's been on a roll for a few years. He's a great player, but he gets a lot of luck. Buddy had no luck there, and he could have won the match very easily.
Doesn't get any easier from here for him. He plays Earl Strickland. Earl's playing great.
It's going to be some match, I'll tell you. Earl has a roll of the table. He's confident. Mike, a little hesitant. Sometimes he makes his mistakes. It's going to be a tough match. I don't know who's going to win.
For today, though, he is a winner. He took it down to the last game, but he won it. Mike Sigel through to the final. He'll play Earl Strickland. From here at Caesars Palace, for Steve Mizrak, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next time.
The World 9-Ball Championships were brought to you by Brunswick, a tradition and excellence since 1845.
Today, we're in that desert oasis of neon and glitter, Las Vegas, Nevada, where 80 men and women have gathered in the pavilion of Caesar's Palace to vie for that most coveted title of all in sport, World Champion. This is pocket billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome once more to Caesar's Palace here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, it all started 10 weeks ago. We started with 64 players in the men's draw. We are now down to 2. This one is the final. This is for all of it. Earl Strickland and Mike Sigel, 2 of the best players in the land, head on against each other. And joining us for expert commentary, a guy who has seen plenty of these two. He's the 4-time U.S. Open champion and a 3-time world champion, Steve Mizrak. And Steve, how do you see this match? And let's look at it on your scoreboard.
These are 2 of the best players. I mean, these are number 1 and number 2. I wouldn't want to play either one. Throw away the scoreboard. I mean, even up everywhere, straight down the line. Tremendous matchup here. I don't know who's going to win.
All right, that being said, then what about Mike Sigel? What does he have to do to win this match?
He's got to control his emotions. Don't worry about the shot clock.
And finally, what about Strickland? What does he have to do?
He's got to keep Mike off the table. He's got to make the 9. If he makes the 9, he wins.
Keeping the player's mind on business. That's really the bottom line of the whole thing. And we talked to both Earl Strickland and Mike Sigel about the most important element, perhaps, in this final match, concentration.
Concentration is the biggest, I'd say 90% of the game, too. You know, you have to be there physically, but you have to be aware of everything that's going on. Mistakes, 1 or 2 mistakes can beat you at any time. And concentrating is one of the big roles in this game.
Well, the concentration is a big part of the game. I find that when I'm playing real good, I'm concentrating well, and it's just something that comes as I keep winning matches in a tournament. When I'm not playing good, it just seems like I can't get my concentration, and it's something that I don't believe anybody knows why or what causes. It's just something that when you're playing good, you've got your total concentration, and everything seems to fall in place.
Cogent words from the participants. Well, Steve and I are going to go up to the booth and watch this with you, and we'll be back with a break right after this break. Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak. We're at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship, and this, folks, is in fact the championship. Earl Strickland versus Mike Sigel. Numbers 1 and 2, really, in the world. These are the 2 best players right now in the game of pocket billiard. The object of this game, of course, is to pocket the 9-ball. Sometimes easier said than done, and the player must shoot all the balls in numerical order, beginning with a 1-ball. The player shoots until he misses. The game is over when the 9-ball is pocketed, whether that's pocketed in succession or not, but it must come off the ball that comes in succession. The player loses his turn when any foul is committed, and of course the first player to win 9 games will win the match. This one is for the money. That's Mike Sigel on the left with the mustache, and Earl Strickland on the right with the mustache.
In the finals, Strickland and Mike, I believe Mike has beaten Strickland more times than Strickland has beaten Sigel.
It's time for a 9-bagger.
time for a 9-bagger, he said.
Here's the prize money. So this one really counts here. More than twice as much will go to the winner than to the runner-up.
I got 1/50 of that. 1/50th of that. I finished 9th through 16th. A lot of money here.
9.
Let's take a look at the road to the final for Earl Strickland.
Race?
First of all,
9?
he beat Keith McCready 9-7. It was an outstanding match. Before that, he had Dan Louie, the Northwest champion. He did beat Jim Rempe, though, and started with a victory in 3 sets over Richard Ambrose. So he's lost 1 set, the first set that he played. For Mike Sigel, not quite as easy. Buddy Hall really gave him all he wanted, 9 games to 8. He, too, lost a couple sets in the early competition, 1 to Jeff Carter and 1 to Sammy Jones. But the bottom line is he's here, and he's playing for the money. He'll break left to right.
Strickland right now is playing better than Mike. I'm going to pick Strickland in this match.
I think you could be right, actually. I'm not going to go against you. I've been doing that for the last 10 weeks.
I didn't like Mike's break right away. Didn't hit him solid. Look where the cue ball is. It's not in the middle of the table.
How'd I hit him?
We're going to take another look at this break.
Because I was making balls.
Watch the cue ball slide down. You don't want that to happen. You want the cue ball to wind up in the middle of the table, even if you don't make anything.
So Earl Strickland will shoot first from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Tough layout right here. What I think he should do, I don't know if he he thinks the same way I do right now. Looks like he's cutting the one in the side.
You see the shot clock ticking down. I made a nice shot there. Shot clock ticking down. Got down about 6 seconds. Now, that has not been a problem for Earl Strickland throughout the competition here for all these weeks, but it has been a problem for Mike Sigel. It was a definitive problem in a semifinal match with Buddy Hall.
Could have a quick game here. Can a 9 billiard off the 2, Barry?
Earl Strickland likes those kinds of shots, and he's had great success with them.
See, he can play a double shot here. He can almost play the 9 and play safe. Tried the 9. Didn't make it. He also tried to play safe and got away with it. Mike can hit the 2, but he has no pocket. The pocket here is blocked up. What he can try to do, possibly, is bank the 2 right here this way. But I think if Mike starts to think he's going to play safe, he's going to shoot at the 2, knock the 2 down here, and bring the cue ball right here behind this 3 ball.
Well, I call him Captain Hook, and it is for that reason that he plays these kinds of shots extremely well.
Look at this shot. Perfect.
Lefty alley. Lefty alley.
Oh, God.
Right in the window.
Right in between the 5 and the 6. He can shoot this 2 right here. Uh-oh, he overcut it.
Oh, he did.
But he didn't leave Sigel a shot.
No, he didn't.
He overcut it for a specific reason.
It's tough getting started, I guess.
If he undercut it, that ball would have hung right in the hole, and Sigel would have had a shot at the 2. Since he overcut it, he hit it off the side rail, came back where Sigel doesn't have a shot.
So what we've got right now is kind of a sparring session.
Right.
Where both men a little slow out of the blocks, playing more of a defensive posture. Did well to hit it.
Okay, Strickland is back.
Try to hit it on the, hit it like on that side and freeze the cue ball. Hook every shot.
Mike Sigel will play to the crowd a great deal. Strickland not quite as talkative.
Relatively simple run out from here. Earl's got to be careful he doesn't snooker himself on the 6. Great shot.
Earl's been making great shots right along.
Yes.
Well,
Not too hard, but he's okay. There's no problem.
Going.
Well, he's 3 inches out of the line. Game 1 to Strickland right here.
Textbook stuff here from Earl Strickland.
Solid. Solid whap. When those balls go in the pocket like that.
And so Earl Strickland about to run this one out.
This one won't go in slow.
Right in the back of the hole. And so Earl Strickland jumps out in front. 1 game to none. There's Mike Sigel. He's won more than 7 holes, and Strickland trying to put an end to that right now. So Earl Strickland, 1 zip up on Mike Sigel, stands at the head of the table. How's his break?
Good, good. I like his break better than Mike's. If Mike doesn't control that cue ball and wind up in the middle of the table, Earl's break is better. Hits him harder.
2.
This right here could be the tone of the whole match. What happened here is a 1 and the 2 got tied up. If the 1 was open, say if the 1 was over here, Mike would cut it in the pocket and run out. But he doesn't have a shot on the 1.
So you can't finish if you can't start.
Right? Now, that shot clock is working again. Mike's going to hear 15 seconds pretty quick.
It's at 20 right now, 19. You watch it tick down. They're going to say 15. Listen.
He's looking to play the combination now.
Made it.
He just nipped the 7. Great shot. Well, look where the 2 ball's going. 2 ball wound up. Looks like it wound up right in front of the pocket. Looks like Mike has to play another combination. The 1 into the 2. Should have no problem with this.
See if success breeds success.
Won't hit this hard either. Position play.
Got it. Earl.
He had to make sure he controlled that 1. So he really didn't want to smack that ball real hard. Mike should have no problem running the rest of these. Only the 5 might give him a problem. Now he has to position himself from the 3 to the 4.
This is a race to 9 format. First player to 9 wins it. In this case, wins the $15,000 prize money and the title world champion.
Touchy shot right here, Barry. He's got to go 2 rails. Looks like he's going 2 rails. No. Yep.
No, please hit it.
Well, Mike got a lucky break there.
He'll take all of those he can get.
I don't blame him.
General consensus is that he gets more lucky breaks than anybody out there. There's Earl Strickland.
I kind of agree with the general consensus.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, he can play. He can do 2 things. He can shoot the ball in the corner, or he can play the combination. But if he plays the combination, he's got to guard against the 6 going to the side rail. See, what he can do is he can hit this 8 and make the 8 in his pocket, but the 6 is liable to wind up here.
Well, 3 combinations in this game.
He should be okay. It's not the greatest in the world, but he should be okay.
Keep your opponent on his seat. That's...
Looks like he'll pull the cue ball back over to where his arm is, where his hand is on the table. He's got to avoid the side pocket. That's the only problem.
No.
Whoa! Oh, he did luck
Okay.
out. He did.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
So we're tied at 1.
I spun that ball.
And Earl Strickland can only...
This guy gets the world.
Earl Strickland has won 3 of the last 4 games to take a 4-2 lead as he prepares to break.
These are the finals of the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championship. It's been going on for a long time. It's a long road to this point.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good break.
Come on.
Yeah. Earl again. Simple run out. 3 balls on the break. Absolutely no problem. He's total control. Get on the 5, shoot the 6 on the side, 8 in the corner. Game over. 5-2.
And he's just playing very consistent pool.
He overdrew the ball. He's got to come off the side rail. No problem. Mike looks worried.
As well he should. This for 5-2. And Earl Strickland will still be at the table. There it is. Really playing with a lot of confidence.
This match is worth $8,000.
That's a big difference. Let's take a look at the break to start this whole thing as you watch the 9-ball drop. Here it is.
He's hitting him hard.
3 balls went in here.
9 almost went in. Look at the 1 coming down, almost getting blocked out by the 8. If the 1 stopped a foot shorter, Earl wouldn't have to run out. So you have to have it rolling for you. Right now, Earl has it rolling.
He really does. He managed to spread the balls all over the table.
He's found his break spot on the table, and he's hitting. He's wailing away.
So there he is again.
There goes the 9. Oh, it was going.
Got the crowd fired up here.
It was going.
It was going.
I'm going to watch the 9-ball here.
That 9 going right towards that pocket. Looks like it was in. Bing. 7 hits it, stays out. Safety. He's going to play safe. He's either going to play safe, knock the 1 ball over here, make the cue ball come 2 cushions right back here.
Knocked it right on the lines you drew.
Well, he didn't hold the 1 closer to that rail.
Gave him a little window there.
Well,
I'm just trying to put him behind the 5, and I can't do it.
the score is 5-2. He's 8 feet away from the 1. On the rail, tough shot. But if I had anybody shooting this shot, this is the guy who I would want to shoot.
Consistent shot maker. Consistent game. It's been sitting for a little while.
Great shot. Great shot, great roll. Mike better get out here. Draw back for the 4. No problem right here, Barry. 4 to the 5, the orange ball. 5 to the 6 on the side. Pull over for the 7. Follow it up, play the 8 in the corner and the 9 in the same pocket. The 7 went in.
Just taking a look at the 7 and the 9.
Gotta pull it over, pull the cue ball over. It's going down to the bottom rail and coming back up.
There's the 7 and 9. There's the shot. 6 drops, 2 rails. Perfect.
Oh, he can do 1 of 2 things. He can draw back, or he can hit it high.
Brings it back for the 8. Textbook stuff here from both players. There's the 8, and now the 9, and this will make it 5 games to 3. First to 9 wins the championship.
Really wouldn't expect anything else from these 2 guys.
Really well played match. So Mike Sigel right back in it. He'll be at the table. Earl Strickland will be watching him. It's 5 games to 3. Here's the one that did it. We'll be back to Caesars after this. 5 games to 3. I'm Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak. We're at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas.
Sponge.
Is he a surgeon?
Earl's going to get a little water. Getting thirsty. I don't blame him. My mouth could get a little dry for $15,000. But that 9 ball come close.
Right on the lip.
Yeah.
But nothing went.
Mike.
See you later.
Mike is not having any rolls.
Hits him like that, makes 2 balls. I mean, what is it? You know what I mean?
This game is going to be over quick right here.
Looks like it.
He's got the 1 right here. He's got to pull it back right about here for the 2. Well, he's very careful. He didn't want to draw the cue ball on the side. 9 ball right here, combination.
No problem.
Very easy.
There it is. Easy game for Earl Strickland. 6 games to 3. He'll take all of those he can get. Here's another look at the combination on the 9 ball. to win game number 9.
3 into the 6, into the 9, 3-ball combination.
Let's take another look at his break. This is Siegel's break to start. Now watch the 9-ball. Left of your screen.
He didn't make any ball on the break. If he did, Mike would have won the match, won the game, not the match. Match is far from being over.
6 games to 3. Strickland, though, in the catbird seat.
There it goes.
Made it on the 9. That's 2 quick games. I would think those are the kinds of things that if you're Mike Siegel, you got to be gnashing your teeth at this point.
Well, it upsets you. There goes the 9. Notice the 9's always going towards the left-hand corner pocket.
7-3. Couple of cheapies, and he'll take them all.
Jay Halford, our referee, is making sure all those balls are tight.
You heard Earl Strickland kind of say under his breath, 2 more racks, trying to get himself pumped up. He is an emotional player. But his emotions in this case, in fact, for this whole tournament, have helped him rather than hurt him. And Siegel continues to schmooze with the crowd here.
He wanted to make a ball real bad that game.
That's an old pool term, isn't it? Schmooze.
Come on, line up.
Look where Earl's cue ball is. Absolutely, positively perfect. Right in the middle of the table. He's got a good opening right here. He's got the 2-ball right along the side rail. But he's got a little problem. With the 3. He's got a little problem with the 3 and the 8. So what he's going to try to do is make this ball come over here, try to open these balls up, or get behind them right here.
So first things first, and there's the first thing. Now here's the next. Perfect shot.
Once in a while, I'm right.
Most of the time.
He could have got a little better break on the 3. Although for a player with his style, should be an easy shot. 4 next. Oh, the ball twisted. What happened there, Barry? Once in a while.
What did that ball do?
Once in a while, the ball twists.
I knew it was going to skid, too.
And the ball will come up short, which means it doesn't cut. And it's an unexplainable factor that does happen once in a while.
Didn't seem to upset Earl Strickland too much.
Could play a large factor in this match. Would have been 8-3.
That's right. That's 7-3 now. Mike Siegel's going to have to get.
It's going to be 7-4 now. If Mike wins this match, if he wins, the turning point of the match is that twist right there. And it wasn't a bad hit by Earl. It wasn't a bad shot by Earl. It's just an unexplainable fate that does happen in this game, where the ball grabs and goes the other way.
Happened at a very bad time for that man.
Is that a miracle?
You hear him say that's a miracle, and it does happen, but not too often. It just happened to happen to Earl right there.
Oh, my God.
Look what he did here. Look what he did here. Unbelievable.
Well, that's not too good.
Oh, bad.
Now, what does for fun?
What does he do with that, Steve?
Oh, he's got to bank it.
That was.
He's got to bank the 9 over in this pocket right here.
I'm
but
Rockefeller.
If he misses it, he's got to make sure he doesn't miss it off this rail. He's got to shoot this ball off the side rail right up here.
So here's the shot.
He can't go low on this. If he goes anywhere, he better go high. Made it.
That's a great shot. Nice comeback shot by Mike Siegel. So it is 7-4 as Mike Siegel gets himself right back into it. He'll still be there when we come back. Here's another look at the shot that you say could be the turning point of the match, Steve.
Right. What happened here is he didn't cut it enough, but the ball twisted on him, which means the ball went the other way. He wanted to cut it more, but the ball grabbed. And it's just an unexplainable
There's no
phenomenon.
explaining it. No, it doesn't.
No.
Well, it was really a crucial miss. And as you said, he didn't miss-hit it.
No.
Nevertheless, Mike Sigel made a tough shot.
Oh, it's all right.
Didn't go.
Ah.
They're yelling for Mike.
You know what I mean?
That 9-ball keeps going close to the pocket all the time.
He's got an escort here, and the 4-ball kept it out.
Look what I see here. Let me explain something. What could happen here? He could very simply make the 9 go in his pocket. If he hits it off the rail here into the 4, the 9's going to go across the table into the corner pocket.
Let's see if he can do it. Fascinating shot here if he makes it.
Oh, that's impossible.
Oh, he hit it bad. He hit it bad.
Look at this. That's how could that ball not go in off the 4?
Well, that's exactly what you were saying, that it could. Now let's take a look at it. We'll have a close look, Steve.
Okay, he went behind the 4. Look where he hit it too deep. He went behind the 4 and caught the 4 off the rail.
Jeez, that's unbelievable.
I thought for sure the 9 was going to go in.
So did he.
Tough shot for Earl. Full length of the table.
God. Well, you're talking about some crucial shots. That was crucial.
Mike has no shot.
Was that ever crucial?
Mike is going to wind up playing safe. Looks like he's going to shoot the 2 down past this ball and put the cue ball right here.
Another phenomenon about this sport, Steve, that's fascinating to me is it's the only sport I could think of where the competitors actually talk it over with the crowd.
Yeah. Relaxes you.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Lee Trevino's the same way in golf.
Yeah, he is.
Chi-Chi. A couple of the other guys
Sure.
I know. Earl has no way to hit this ball. He's got to go 3 rails. And hope and cross it right this way, back down. Hopefully he's going to hit this ball.
He got it.
Great shot. Jeez, he went off my lines about.
Yeah, that's right.
Safety coming up. Here's the tactical side of Mike Sigel right here.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
He's got to keep playing these saves until Earl makes some kind of mistake. So Earl, what he's going to try to do this time is to go down to the bottom rail right here and come back up and hit this ball.
Got it again. Almost knocked it in the hole.
Oh! Earl got away with a shot again. Earl's running lucky. Here's what happened this time.
Tough guy to follow, huh?
He came close to the 5, but even if he can make the 2 in this side pocket, he can't get positioned down for the 3, which is right here. Very tough to do. And he's thinking. He doesn't know what to do. Safety coming up here, I'll bet.
He's got 10 seconds left.
You better pull the trigger pretty soon.
Yeah, all right.
He got away with it.
That's a nice shot.
He got away with it, but Earl's got
trying to do that.
Earl's got an easy hit here. He can go off the side rail back here, hit this 2, and he could very possibly snooker Mike for the next shot with the cue ball remaining down in this area, put in a 2-ball backup. Earl, the master of the jump shot, can't jump this far.
That's a long jump.
Watch the 2. 2 might stay up.
Oh, hit the 7.
Perfect shot. Perfect shot.
Here's another look at it.
Tough man to
He
follow.
just skimmed the 2. Kept the 2 on this side of the table and put the cue ball up top. Sigel said he's a tough man to follow.
Yeah, it is. This game's being played like a championship game.
Yeah, it's getting late.
It's getting late, he said. He'll try to cut it in. When he says that, I know what he's doing. Right behind the 7. He's going to cut it right in.
Close.
Mike is missing. When he's on, he makes those shots. 2 in the upper corner this time. Pull back off this rail. For the 3 in this pocket right here.
So now Strickland should take care of some business on his own.
Well, the 4 and 6 are tied up. No pocket for the 4. It looks like he can make the 4 in the pocket by the 7. Good shot. He's got to pick this clean. You better watch out here. If he hits that 6, it's a foul. If he hits it first.
Good nice shot.
Good shot. 3 rails on the cue ball. Cut the 5 right in this pocket. Cue ball here, here. Back out here. Make the 6 on the side. Oop, oop. Bad shot.
Yeah, dog it.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got room to make that ball. Looks like he does.
I'll take a second to think
Oh,
about
yeah,
this.
he's got plenty of room.
Scared the ball skidding, so I went into the 8.
That handheld on the floor is doing a wonderful job. He's a great cameraman down there.
Want to take a bow, Jeff Zachary?
Great shot. How about that? Take a bow there, Earl Strickland. 8-4, Strickland.
Strickland's playing great. Siegel's not giving him anything. He's taking it.
Let's not forget about the other cameramen, too, I'll tell you. But they're on tripods. The other guy's got one on his shoulder.
This guy's been out here for 10 weeks.
So 8 games now to 4, and Strickland on the hill. We'll be back to Caesars Palace in Las Vegas after this.
Kula.
He's not too happy. He's not smiling now.
He's here with a check in his pocket, though, to give to the winner.
But Mike's not ahead. Mike works for him. 8-4. Mike, say a few prayers.
Well, here's a real key shot right here.
Hope the 9 doesn't go. There it
Ooh,
goes.
look out,
There it is.
look out.
On the
It's
break.
over.
He scratched. He scratched. He scratched.
How do you like it? Watching the 9 ball go in the hole, so was everybody in this
my
arena.
God.
It went in the hole, but so did the cue ball.
They saw the 9 go in the hole, and everybody got up. What a break. What a break.
Look at that.
Look
That's
at
what
this.
everybody saw, including me.
Unbelievable.
You caught the cue ball
Yes,
going
I
in.
did.
I knew I was going to. I know everything that's going to happen.
Are you going to win?
He's talking negative now. But he's so far ahead. Mike has a tough run out here. There is no tomorrow.
He's taking a long look at this. That's the ball he has to hit, the 2 ball.
A little reverse English here. Great shot. Great shot. He's got to stretch. He's got to shoot over a ball. And he's got to get position for the 4. Make sure he comes out far enough off the rail so he avoids the 6. Good shot.
Ball right into the corner. Back for the 6. He's got it going right now. It's a long way back, though. Trails by 4 games.
He hasn't won this one yet.
You know, again, you can't emphasize enough that you can make 8 balls here, and the only one that really matters is that striped one to the left of your screen.
Should put it away now. No problem.
So it's 8-5. Strickland can only nod his head, sit there, no control.
Dramatically.
Disbelief. He's not believing what happened before.
Guess where I'm breaking from?
So Mike Sigel will break again, chatting it up with the crowd
Guess where I'm
around
going to
him.
break from? Take a guess.
He's smiling, but secretly, underneath,
I think he's smiling through clenched teeth.
it's hurting him a little bit. He wants to be the best player.
And in his mind, he is the best player. And there's...
In a lot of people's
I was
minds,
just going to
he's the
say,
best
he has a
player.
lot of support to that.
What?
Yes. So the 9 ball drops, and the cue ball doesn't for Mike Sigel.
1. It's 1. It's 1. 1, 2. What a Miz, what if 4 in a row go in, huh? Whoa. Huh? Is it
We've got
really
a
there? or
shootout
what?
here.
There's another look
9
at it.
right. Ugh. 4 almost kicked it out.
4 was very kind. Here's another look from up top.
Split them wide open, clear out the alley. 9 in the
1,
corner.
that was 1.
Well,
Mike
that's
wants,
8-6.
he wants to make 4 in a row.
Yeah, no problem.
He yelled up to me, is it possible?
Huh?
Again, he's
I'm on.
rallying the crowd.
Earl's just
3
quiet. Earl wants to win real bad.
Trying to keep his concentration. The longer he sits, the harder that is to do. Here's Mike Sigel again. 8-6. First to 9 wins the championship. $8,000 difference. First
go.
and
No.
second.
Count here.
7, Rock? It's all right. It's okay.
Mike's pumped up now.
Well, he's got the 1 into this pocket right here. What's he going to do with the 2? Got to look to play a combination. Whew. I don't know what he's going to do. Better be concerned with making the 1. He's got to play what we call cinch pool. Make sure he makes every shot.
Got that one in.
Cinch.
Safety. Coming right here.
That, incidentally, is what he meant by cinch.
He's going to clip the 2. Maybe put the cue ball down over behind these balls right here. I'd be surprised if he goes with his bank. Yes, he tried it.
Hit something.
He tried it. That's
Don't line up.
Oh.
Look at this ball. What is that doing?
Well, now what?
I don't know what he was thinking about there.
Huh? Look at how bad I hit that. Man, oh man.
There again, you talk about your bad shots, you don't talk about the good shots. Why don't you come back and talk about dropping a 9 ball?
Well, we've got a combination and a run out. He's got to play position on the 2. If he gets position on the 2, I think he's going to win.
There's the 8 ball. Remember, he only needs this game.
Well, the length of the table. sitting in the chair a long time. But this is his strong point, making these type of shots.
He's going to walk the nerves off here.
He's got the whole length of the table. The whole length of the table to make this ball in his pocket come off the rail right about here and make the 3 necks.
He feels it. He feels it.
Tough shot. Oh, fire.
That's a big
fire.
shot. That's a big shot. Now he can relax.
No, he can't relax until the 9 goes in.
Yeah, well, that's true, but that was a real pressure shot for him. And he definitely had a little bit of case of nerves.
See what he did after he made that? He clenched fist. He better get out here.
Oh. Stop right there.
Don't give Mike Sigel another chance.
Darling.
Mike's looking like he's resigned to the fact that he's going to finish second.
4 in the pocket, draw a little back for the 5. Well, he's off my line a little.
Not too bad.
Don't get straight. That's one important thing he doesn't want to do.
I've been doing it all my life, and I did it again.
He doesn't want to. He didn't want to do that. He's straight in. He has no angle to come off the rail. He's going to have to really rifle his ball in.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Uh-oh. What'd I tell you? Look at the break he got.
Really
Here.
Tried to play it the way you said.
I keep doing it. I get straight in every time.
Oh.
I can't get anywhere else but straight in. It's just amazing.
My. He got away with one, though. Mike has got to make some shot here.
Psychological edge now goes to Mike Sigel.
No. I am glad I am up here. I'm fainting on every shot up here.
Earl Strickland's got to sit and think about that one.
Well, he's going to try to cut this in, I hope.
He did.
Now what?
Oh!
Now what?
Ah, there we go.
Now what?
That's what I wanted.
This isn't a hanger.
Cut this one if I miss it, all right?
This one goes in the upper corner. He's going to try to make it all the way down here, slice his ball. I think he'll make it, Barry.
This for 8-7.
He makes this, he'll bring the house down.
He misses it, he might lose the match.
He will lose the match.
No good.
Didn't get it, and now
over. Looks like Earl's a winner.
I can handle this one.
He can handle it.
He did.
Earl Strickland.
He's the champion. Great match. Great final match. Number 1 and number 2, and the hot player this year has won it. Earl Strickland beats Mike Sigel.
He was very confident there.
That was a great win for him. He is pumped up now. That's the first time he's smiled, I think, in about a week. Earl Strickland, 9 games to 6 over Mike Sigel. Wasn't easy, but it was pretty.
Look at the
He
fist.
wins it. We'll come back to talk with the winner after this. Well, 2 shots in this match stand out from all the others in a room full of great shots and a match full of great shots. This one by Mike Sigel. Miss, good as a mile in this case. And that brought Earl Strickland leaping out of his chair for this shot. This one he said, I could handle. He did. Earl Strickland is the champion, $15,000 richer, and to make the presentation, there's a happy man, Jim Bakula, Director of Operations for Billiards for Brunswick. Jim?
Thank you very much, Barry. This has been an exciting tournament, and Brunswick Billiards was very proud to sponsor it. Now I have the pleasure of presenting the winner's check for $15,000 to the 1988 Brunswick World Open champion, Earl Strickland. Congratulations, Earl, on a great tournament.
Thank you, Jim. I just want to say I want to thank Brunswick Corporation and Caesars and ESPN. Everything was great here this week. I had a splendid time. It's a great hotel. Thank you.
Earl, you know what struck me? I almost wish you could have been in the audience. It's a great match to watch.
Well, I used to be in the audience, but I'm up here playing now. And Mike's a great competitor, and it came down to me and him. I was number 1, he's number 2, and I think that's the way it should have been.
Yeah, 2 great players, and that's got to be that much more gratifying, the fact that you did beat a guy like Mike Sigel.
Well, he's not easy to beat. I think he taught me how to play.
Great victory for you today, though. Steve, you're with Mike.
Mike, what happened? We can't forget about number 2. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I just couldn't get my concentration going. That clock, just on a couple key shots, you know, it was in my mind. And when I was shooting that 9-ball, I knew I was right at that spot where I was waiting to hear 15 seconds like always. And that's what was going through my mind when I shot the ball. And I really thought I was going to make it. I mean, I was kibitzing there, but...
Earl kept you off the table. I think that's what beat you. Yeah. Back to you, Barry.
All right, fine. Well, the clock, that was the big story. And unfortunately for Mike Sigel, time was up. Earl Strickland's the champion. Back with the final word right after this. Well, Earl Strickland is the world champion. That's got to be a big thrill. Interesting match, Steve. I think enough emotional highs and lows to put you on the couch. Great match.
I was really amazed the way Earl held up there. And yeah, last game, he fired that 4-ball or 2-ball, whatever it is, 100 miles an hour and got perfect position. I mean, he just played great.
We've been talking for the last 10 weeks about the psychology of this game and how difficult it is when you're just sitting there stewing over a bad shot. And today, I think Earl did that just a little bit better than Mike.
Mike was very worried about the shot clock, and I was very surprised. If he just got up and played his game, he would have been better off.
Just a slight distraction, and that was enough to throw it off because the concentration factor, of course, probably the biggest thing in the game.
Mike will get even somewhere down the road.
All right, and again, Earl Strickland said back in 1983 when he beat you, that's what turned his career upward. Today, he's at the top of the heap. He's the world champion. For Steve Mizrak, I'm Barry Tompkins saying so long from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada.
The World 9-Ball Championships were brought to you by Brunswick.